Good evening, everybody. We are here tonight for the Tier 3 Championship of Round 5 of the Season 15 CDR League here this evening. My name's JJ. It's been a while since I've been here, but it's good to be back. And today we are at Singapore. This track has very high risks of safety cars due to the nature of the track. Due to how tight it is with the size of the cars, especially now, and looking forward to having the pleasure of giving you the broadcast for this stream tonight. As we can see, there's someone already going out on track. I will get the old standings up in one moment. Well, let's go on board with Kane as he's the first one out on track. There's a bit going on too much on this screen, but I will try my best to keep it where it is. Need to just turn this down a little bit because it's a little bit too loud. But this track does look absolutely amazing on this year's game, as they all do, to be honest. Now that they've gone from the crossplay of PS4 and PS5 to now just latest gen to do with PS5. Let's just get these latest standings up for the championship so far. We've got people asking for the stream. I will put it in the live stream bit, but it should come up anyway. As we can see, Kane has started his lap. Let's get off this camera angle because it's a bit too loud for me. Coming to the end of Sector 1. Looked pretty clean in there. He's kept it as well on the track. Very close to invalidating on that curb. Coming through the tight section now. Goes a little bit wide but keeps it. Down to second, up into third, keeps the traction. Not bad going in there. I can see some comments about there's some light rain due to come. I don't know whether that's in the qualifying session or it's in to do with the race, but we will find out, I'm pretty sure. It's hard to tell obviously because it's so dark, we don't know what's going to happen. But Singapore can be a bit spicy in the old rain. So Kane will be the first one to go over the lines with the benchmark to see what's going to be beaten. He's going to set the benchmark for the fastest time. Oh, he's squealing around the final corner there, but he sets a 1:31.3. His teammate coming over the line now to start one of his laps. Got a Ferrari on a lap. There's James on a out lap. Next we've got a Williams, I think. Wherever that Williams is. It's Anderson. Clay then goes fastest for 1:29.9. It's not a bad lap from Clay there. We stay on board with Anderson for now. He might invalidate. No, he's kept it. Fair dues. I think that line there is pathetic having it as an invalidation because it's part of the track. The game needs to sort that out. It's always been there, it should never be there. Now Anderson coming around the final few corners. He's on a set of mediums as well, so he seems to think that he's fast enough to go through on a set of mediums, or he's getting a banker in. He sets a 1:30.2. Hindsight's going over the line for 131.7. Got Osso who's also on the lap. We've got a kick about to go over the line in Riker. Set to 130.7. And the next car is the other Mercedes, which is Marshall. Using the rest of his battery to go around the final 2 corners. It goes very wide, just about keeps it. Puts himself fourth with a 130.8. Now with this track, it's not one of those tracks that you can just jump on a Sunday night with hardly any practice. You need practice around it. It's a very similar track to one of those like Monaco in regards to being very tight as a street circuit. A 131.3 from Chip. Now we've got a Red Bull, which should be also about to come over the line, and it is. What can he set on his first lap? It's not the quickest. It's a 132.0, so it's the slowest of the lot so far. Got Gainful still in the pits. Pretty much everyone else just get on board with Curly. He's invalidated, so let's get back down to Nerve, who's just in front of him on track. Okay, he must have had a... Mate, is he coming in because he knows he's reserving? Is he coming into pit? Nope. So he's starting his lap now. Battery should go on. No, battery's not on. He's forgot to turn his battery on last lap and this lap, by the looks of it. Yeah, no battery on for Nerf. Got McLaren about to come over the line. Now we've got 2 people in the lobby. We've obviously got Wabstappen and Wee Rabby. So Wabby and Wee Rabby. Let's hope we don't come too close together on track, because that could be a bit of a nightmare. But McLaren in the old chrome livery for this race. Good evening, Clay. Good evening to the rest of you as well. It's good to be back. The 26.9 for the first sector. Not bad through there. Keeps it. 4th gear. Got the power a little bit late, but this is... Oh! Wabstappen has been disqualified for blocking the exit of the pit lane, or the entry. I couldn't quite see what the message was there, but... Wow. That's not good. Not at all. 105.1 for his second sector. That's not too bad, to be fair. Looks like a decent lap so far, but we'll find out once we come over the line and see what time he will set. As you can hear the traction just kicking in there. Drops down to 5th gear. Takes it very cautiously. It's at 130.3. Not too bad. Good couple of corners there, he can make up a lot of time. So, not a bad bank up. Okay, Nelly's putting his car on the wall on an outlet. Has to be careful. Using sets of tyres now. You want to try and get through on one set of tyres. Let's get the old tyre delta up. We did have one driver on a set of mediums. I can't remember who it was. I've got a funny feeling it could have been... I'm not even going to try and guess who it was, to be honest. So Kane's back in. Is he got damage or something? I don't know. We've got Ferrari just gone over the line to start a lap. Looks like James Brown. Been a while since I've been on the hot lap with James Brown, but straight into the first corner. Keeps it in 4th. Now he's going to go drop down to 2nd here. Then get straight up to 3rd. Coming up to this right hand to see if he can leave it in 5th. If he doesn't, drop down to 4th just to get the extra rotation. That's it. Gets the foot down. Now he gets the open DRS. Did go down to 3rd gear. He went overcompensated there. But like I say, it's the first lap of this stint. First sector of a 26.7. In regards to him and Wee Rabby, he was a 26.9. So now he's coming through the start of this second sector. Keeps it. Oh, gets it powered down quite early, but goes a little bit wide. Now we're coming to the tight section here. Everyone seems to think this is a castle section on every single track now. We will call it the bridge, stadium, whatever you want to call it. Tight section. Comes into the hairpin, takes the line quite different angle to what I've seen so far, but we're about to see what his second sector time is going to be. It is a 105.3. So he's a couple of tenths off Wee Rabbit. As we see with Wee Rabbit, who's sitting in third, did drop a few in the last couple of corners by dropping down to 5th gear. Yeah, I would repeat that on stream, but I'll save that for a little bit later, Clay. Now we come around to the final 2 corners. He's got a good number on his car as James. He's about to go first, is he? No. So he's very similar, yeah, pretty much the same as Wee Rabbit. He made the last couple of attempts off in the last corner. We've got CV Gold now in the beautiful livery of the Toro Rosso / Red Bull / Alpha Tauri / Cash App / Racing Bulls, whatever you want to call them. Best livery car on the grid. Coming out through the hairpin. Very tidy through there. Gets the power down nicely. Homes his DRS. What's his sector time going to be? As we've seen the low 105s. He's very similar. This is going to put him, if he can keep this for the rest of the lap, around James, Wee Rabbit and Anderson. You've seen at the moment it's very, very tight. Clay thinks he's already done enough, so he's already retired in the pits. Now we got Gould now going around the last 2 corners. He drops down to 5th as well, so that's going to drop a little bit of time. It puts him P6. And that's now, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers within a couple of attempts of each other. Got Haas now about to come over the line, but looks like he's going into the pits, which is what he is. Got a Red Bull now as well. It's not also. It's Halsey on his outlap. Gainful now, he's just finishing off his hot lap, but he's gone into the pits. Doesn't like the look of that lap, so he's straight back in the pits. He needs to hurry up and get on with it, because he hasn't set a lap yet. Neither has Luckman. Halsey about to start his flyer. Was Curly on a lap? Judging by his batteries recharging, so I would say no. Get on board Halsey then. We've got 5 minutes left here in the Q1 session, so the guys that are in the bottom 5 and the ones who haven't set a time need to pull their fingers out and get back out on track and set a decent time here, because they're leaving it very, very late. 27.3 for Halsey. It's quite slow, to be fair, in the first sector compared to what we've seen so far, but we've got a lot of drivers there from P9 downwards to P14 that are within 6-7 tenths of each other, so it might put him around there, but it might be his only chance as well to put a lap in. With only 4.5 minutes left. I think it will be, unless he's put a couple of laps of fuel in it at least. DRS is open now. See what his sector time is, 106.1, so yeah, you're looking at a 130.9 at best at the moment for Halsey. Coming into the final 4 corners, the chicane here is horrible. If you hit that curb and it throws you off to that left one, it will ruin your lap. But if you can hit it nicely and not take too much curb, then you'll be fine. So he does it, he drops a lot more time. It's a 131.5. So them guys down there, down the back end of here, they're going to be lucky to get through. And see, we've got Halsey. Don't know if he's going to go for another one. He's not recharged, so he's not going to make it back in the pits either to get another lap in. So that's him that's going, could possibly him downwards, and I think definitely not safe. You expect Gainful to go pretty fast. Poor old Wab's lost blocking the pit lane now. Whether that was him or it was a game glitch or whatever, or he's waiting for people to go past, it's quite a tough one to take. Hindsight, just crosses the line, puts himself P8 with a much improved 130.6. Kane's improved as well to a 130.7. Chip now improves, not by much, in position wise, but time wise he does. Goes into a 130.8. Bloomstar's on an out lap. Obviously Housy's not going to make another lap now. No battery left, so that's could possibly put him out, but who knows. Also still in the pits, leaving it late. 2 minutes left, needs to get out on track. Curly's just going out now. Obviously it's a 1.5 minute lap round here, so he's going to have 30 seconds in hand to get around, to get his lap in. Anyone else going out after those really going to struggle. I like Clay's confident retirement early on in the session. He ain't messing about. Obviously we've seen these guys in the last couple of minutes, they've all set a lap, so that's them guys done unless they've fueled for another go, because they will get round again. 2 hot laps around Singapore is not ideal, to be honest. Your tyres do take a lot of punishment. I say that though, the left front doesn't get touched in this race, it's the right front. Got a McLaren starting its lap, which is Bloomstar. He's on a 131.2 at the moment. Let's sit on board. His teammate also in Rabbi's gone out too. He's already in 5th. Now Bloomstar takes a very tight-ish line in there, which might hurt him in the... He's 1/10 up so far, so 27.3. Let's see how much more he's got. So Gainful, Nerf, Osso, Luckman all out at the moment. And that's it, the bottom 4 is done, so whoever's left on track now are all through. Bit of a shit climax towards the end of Q1, but it is what it is. Fair play, Clay. You don't have to answer yourself, bud, but thank you for doing so. Gainful 7, a full quali ban. Okay, so basically everyone in the bottom 5 bar Wab. Anderson sets a fastest lap of a 126.8. Didn't see where he was on track before that, but let's get back to Bloomstar. Obviously he doesn't have to go any faster, but this will set him well for... Way! Talk about Tokyo drift, Singapore drift, whatever it is. Puts himself over the line, does improve, but doesn't change any position. How's he got lucky to go through? He might have already known the information before I did. Curly now is 2 temps up. Doesn't have to carry on with this lap, but he's deciding to. Can he get himself into the 30s? Fellow teammate of mine for the Aston Martin team. He's got his other teammate now. He's going over a second fast. He's going to put him in the 30s, is it? It does. He puts him as a 30.6, so that's very competitive. Curly now is half a second up. Gets that battery in the overtake down, going now. Coming into the chicane. Can he take it nicely? Oh, watch that curb. You can hear the traction kicking in. Go around the final 2 corners. He drops down to 5th as well. He improves by half a second nearly. And that's your top 15. We lose an Osso. Don't know what his excuse was. More fag breaks or whatever. But the others, I've got genuine excuses. So at the end of Q1, we are losing Osso, Nerf, Gainful, Luckman, and Wab. Recently, last weekend, last Saturday, I turned the line off completely now. I run nothing anymore. I've been practicing so much this week. I practiced so much for this Grand Prix on Friday. Literally put a good 5 solid hours into it to then realise I won't be here. I was at a party on Friday, got proper sloshed. The practice you put in without the line on, for the type of people that do have time for doing it, can be very beneficial. So there we go. Anderson leading the grid in Q1. Drivers we're losing, and we've already seen, is Osso. Nerf, Gainful is serving a quali ban. Luckman and Wab, you've decided to park it in front of the exit of the pit lane, which I know he's not going to be happy about. But yeah, just turning, when you turn the line off and you're running nothing, it's it changes the way you, or it has me anyway. You feel everything in the car, setups, then you can feel little tweaks here and there, and it makes so much of a difference. So just the quali pace is suffering a little bit at the moment, but the race pace is very, very good. So now we're going into Q2. Don't know if the rain's coming or not, because if it is, we're going to see it, but it looks to be pretty bone dry on track there. No rain so far. If anyone from the lads that are on the grid, can they tell us when the rain is coming? Is it in qualifying? Is it this session, next session, or the race? And if so, how long is it going to be there for? I can hear a car starting up now. Looks like Chip. And it is. So we're going board with Chip. A couple of them getting out there early. Got a kick as well at the other end of the grid. Oh, he just beating you out of the pits, which I think is Riker. Rain for Q3 and the race. Is that the whole race, Gainful? This is going to be a bit manic then. So this is going to be... This race is going to take a long time. It's already a minute 30 with the rain. If it's heavy enough, you're looking. It could be looking at a 1 minute 50 to a 2 minute lap. Riker's the first one to take us out. Looks like he's got a brand new set of tyres on as well. So he's not messing around. The Ferrari of Chip. So you got a new set of tyres on. Let's see. They look like they could be scrubs, to be fair, his ones. As you can see on Riker's, they're brand new. No shiny bits on Chips. And he is proper giving that some going and out lap there. Okay, Gainful, thank you for that. So we have unconfirmed reports that it's going to rain in Q3 and in the race, but we don't know how long for in the race. So it could be at the start, it could be at the end, or it could be the whole race. We don't know. This game does like to throw up some unexpected weather, as we've seen from last year as well. The rain, obviously, in this year as well is pretty unreal, to be honest. The spray is nothing. It's like going back about 10 years when they used to have it. A lot more realistic than what it has been before. But anyway, enough about that. Riker now starting his lap. Bad through the first 2 corners, did go down to 3rd in turn 1. There's a DRS open, overtake enabled as well. Not bad through there, to be fair, he's hanging on at the end of it. Can keep this in 4th. Does. Oh, it doesn't. Drops down to 3rd. Now the shit section is what Clay referred it to. Over the bridge we come into the hairpin. What's his line going to be like? Very nice. Exit's perfect as well. Gets that DRS open. We have 3 DRS zones on this, 4 DRS zones on this track. Been put there to try and improve overtaking. Marshall was crashed. He has crashed on an outlet in the shit section. His car has now disappeared. Sorry, I've gone off of Riker's lap. Anyway, get back on board. 130.2. He's on a brand new set of tyres as well. Chip with a 131.6. Clay with a 130.8. Got Mercedes about to go over the line. As we know, it's not Marshall because he has crashed. Kane with a 130.9. So a lot of them times. Anderson with a 130.1. Another Ferrari about to come over the line, which is James, puts himself just in front of his teammate with a 131.4. In hindsight, goes in front of his teammate with a 130.6. And Aston Martin just about to cross the line. Looks like he's just starting the lap. It's his teammate. I think he's reserving for Phoenix tonight is Ailhan. I don't know his name, to be fair. I could be saying that totally wrong, and I probably am. DRS is open. They look pretty good through there, to be fair. Different lines we're seeing from the guys tonight. Gold goes first with a 130 flat. See the Delta, look, there's a lot going on. Wee Rabby going with 129.7. Just confirming for what I was saying earlier on. Whether he's sandbagging or what, but there was a lot of time he had left in his lap. Now Alien comes into the third DRS zone. Alpine in front of him gets out of the way. Through there, a bit late on the power. Getting a bit of lag off him, to be honest. I can't really judge it. Puts himself P8 for 131.1. Wookie's about to go out on the track. That's one thing I was going to do, which I didn't get around to doing, so I will check that now. It's the championship standards. So we've got Wookie leading the championship. He's on 80 points. We've got Gold on 66. Riker in third. Sorry, Gold in second, 66. Riker in third on 50. Joined by Clay, also on 50. Marshall 48. Jimmy 43. Webb 42. Phoenix 41, Chip 37, and Halsey with 24 wrapping up the top 10. Pretty tight, to be fair. We'll stay on board with the championship leader for when he goes out and does his fast lap. Didn't think he was a tier 3 driver, to be honest, is Wookie, but seems like he is now. Whether that's due to the bottle or what, who knows, but all jokes aside, he's now to go on a fast lap. DRS is going to be open. Need to invite Gameful back. 1 second. That's 26.8, so I think the fastest we've seen is the 25.1. So we'll find out if I'm right in a minute. Keeps it nice and steady through the left hand turn there. Oh, he's lucky to not invalidate. Takes a good chunk of curb to maximise lap time. Comes into the hairpin. Pretty clean from himself. Let's see what the second split time is. 104.5, right, okay. So I got my numbers mixed up for the first sector. I think this is quite easily going to be the fastest lap we've seen so far this evening. Oh, extremely wide in this last chicane. It's going to cost him at least 2 to 3 temps, but it might not matter anyway. Around the last few corners, puts himself P2. It looks like that last chicane there cost him a lot of time. How's he now on a lap? 26.9 for his first and 105.1 for his second. 6 temps off what Wookie was setting. Obviously Wookie had a bad chicane here from where now Housy's about to approach. His wasn't great, but he's kept it in 4th. Gets the power down a little bit earlier than what Wookie did. Can he keep it flat through the last couple of turns? He doesn't. Drops down to 5th. It's going to cost him more time. Puts himself 6th on a 130.6. So we've got Mercedes on a lap. Just half a tenth up is Kane. Oh, is he validated? Is he? No, he hasn't. He's kept it. Lucky, I tell ya. Any further, mate, he's gone. Ferrari going over the line. Is it James or is it Chip? Chip's gone over a 130.4. James has gone over a 130.1. So the 2 Ferraris get themselves into the top 10. James a little bit more comfortable than what Chip is. Don't know if they're going to get round again. Oh, Claymore goes fastest of all, 129.5. He's put a brand new set of tyres on there then. It's quite way in front of everyone else. Apart from Wabby. Just 2 tenths back. Wookie championship leaders half a second back. Along with Gold. I think everyone all got Kane coming over the line. What's he going to do? There's a 130.2 or some big improvement of 7 tenths of a second. This is one of those tracks, if you can find a sweet spot in every corner, you can set a lap time. Anyone can get pole here. I understand it's on pace and I get that the guys at the front more than likely going to take the pole, but it is one of those tracks. If you take the risk and everything is on point, you will be rewarded. You've got Curly now going for the first 2, turn 2 and turn 3. Now he's going to come up to this right-hander, which is difficult, but you have to commit, and he has done. Pretty good through there is Curly. Let's see what his first second time is, and he's an improvement from what he's done before. Already a quarter of a second up. Stay away from that curve. He has done, to be fair. He's just rode it quite nicely. He's left it in 3rd for traction. Pretty nice through there, to be honest. You're not going to get a toe from there, but good word on for trying. See how he takes this hairpin here. Just left it in 3rd. Not bad, to be fair. He's carried the momentum through there. I like this. Different approaches, half a second up. So there's another 2.5 tenths he's taken out of the second sector. Is it going to be enough though? He needs to improve by another half a second to get out of Q2. Very deep into the chicane, but stays away from the curbs. Is it going to be enough? He drops down to 5th again. I don't think it's going to be, is it? It's not. Puts himself P12 for 130.9. His teammate is now on an out lap, just starting it. Bloomstar also. What's Anderson? Is he on the hot lap? Just starting the hot lap, so we'll stay on board with Anderson for now. Full send. He feels he's done enough. Oh, gonna cost himself a little bit of time going over that curb. He's got to stay away from it. He hits the wall as well. Stays away from that curve as well, so he's not. This ain't going to be the quickest from Anderson. I doubt it would be an improvement from seeing what I've seen on board. Not bad through the hairpin though. Different lines we're seeing, every driver taking different lines through there. Is he improving so far? Wow, he's half a second up. Just imagine if he hasn't hit the wall, hasn't hit the other curve, how much more time Anderson's actually got left in this. That's the best line we've seen in this Q2 by an absolute country mile. Clean, not too fast. Puts himself P1 just in front of Clay by 1300ths of a second. Got the other Aston Martin now, who's on a hot lap, who's in the drop zone. Needs a massive improvement to get him out. Needs at least 6 tenths, so let's see what his first tenth is going to be like. First sector, sorry. He's pretty much even. Doesn't look too bad to be fair. He's playing it safe, staying up all the curves, get a little bit slow into the hairpin, but he gets away with it. Let's see what the second sectors he needs. He's going to need at least a second here. He's only 2 tenths up, so unless he makes a ridiculous impression here in this last sector, we are going to say goodbye to the Aston Martin driver. Not bad through there, to be fair. If you're going to hit the curve, that's the place to hit it. The rain is now starting as well. Might have something to do with it. Oh, he's invalidated. He wasn't going to be going through anyway. 130.8. No, just would have put him in front of his teammate, but he invalidated, and the rain is coming. Housley finishes his qualifying by 130.4. James has gone out for another one. Oh, the rain has got him. That's the end of his session. Riker just improves by a 10. Bloomstar, what's he got? 13 seconds down, so he's had a moment. The rain has caught him out too. That looks like that top 10 we've got there is going to be what gets through. Chip just goes out by 4 thousandths of a second to Housley. 4 thousandths. Wow. That is tight. From P4 down to P12. What, 4 tenths of a second? 5 tenths. Ridiculous. Very, very tight. We do see that in CDR every week in all the tiers. They are very closely matched. So the early front runners so far from Q1 and Q2, Anderson tops it again, being first with Clay in second. Obviously now we've got a wet Q3 by the looks of it. This could change the game. 13 thousandths of a second. As we can see, Chip goes out by 4 thousandths of a second. That is so tight. But if you can see, look, 5th down to 8th. They're in the same digits. Not even a tenth. Just over half a tenth separating them guys. But we are losing Marshall, who crashed on his outlap. Aileen, Curly, Bloomstar, and Chip Hazard. We're now about to start Q3. Can we have anyone who's listening have your predictions to see who's going to take pole? I know who my favourite's going to be, but I am not saying it because I don't want to put the pressure on the lad. So he knows who he is. I haven't got to spell his name out. McLaren Wee Rabbit is going out. We've got a few drivers going out nice and early. Got a set of intermediates on, have they? No. Let's have a look. Ooh. Really? Softs. I'm not sure about that, lads. I'm telling you now, I think that's a bad move. Obviously, you want to see if you can get it in, but we've seen from the end of that qualifying that it's not going to work. Let's see on what Riker's car is saying here. It's not raining very hard though. It's just spitting. Track position here is key. I think that's going to be Clay right up his jacksie. It is. He's not going to wait around for no one. I'm telling you that much. The grip still seems to be there. If you're not going to pick up the pace striker, get out of the way, lad. Let's put his battery on to defend as well. That's it. I don't know. Point of it, to be honest. But... Wow. Okay. DRS is still activated. Drop back a bit, Clay, if I were you, mate. So we've got the kick of Riker and the two Alpines of Hindsight and Clay that are quite far ahead of the rest on track. That could be key. Riker then close over the line to start his lap. Rain is coming down a little bit heavier now. This is going to affect them 100%. Riker's just about got into turn one. Fully committing still. DRS open. .27.6 Claymores. 27.7, very close, but Hindsight looks like he's not far away neither. He's a 10th in it between the top two so far. Should be far enough back, he's not going to affect him with the dirty air. Could this soft run be a stroke of genius here by these drivers at the front, getting out nice and early? The RS is still activated. Looks like him and Clay are well, pretty much set at exactly the same time, and Clay does look a bit closer now. Definitely a lot closer. Okay. So it was the right decision to go out on a set of softs. It's a 33.3, but I expect Clay to go faster. He does in a 32.9. Let's get on with his teammate. Hindsight 34.2. Now Housley, what can he put in? 34.1. Anderson. We've got McLaren going over. Ravi. Got the Haas of Wookie. This is where the guys will end up now for the rest of qualifying. Wookie puts himself P2 of a 131.1. 133.1, shall I say. Anderson puts himself P2 of a 133.0. James has had enough. So James is going to be starting 10th. What's Gould saying? All Gould needs to do is get a lap in. Pretty good for the last chicane there. Has he got enough grip though in them tyres with the conditions that we've got so far to put in a competitive lap time? 32.33, puts himself P5. I think that will be the grid. There'll be no more improvements from that. That rain's going to get heavier. James has banged on a set of intermediates. I suppose if you can get out right away, if he gets out right now while the rain is still quite light, he might have a chance to maybe set a 33. I can't see anything quicker than that myself. Everyone coming back into the pits. At the moment, the one I didn't want to mention his name is sitting on pole and I can't see him being moved off it. If I'd have said your name there, Clay, you'll be with another 0 on the end of that. So that's why I didn't say your name. And now you are P1, son. Brilliant that for myself. What, not even, what, 400 separating you and Anderson? And then Wookie nearly 2 tenths back. And Riker just over a tenth. Another 2.5 tenths back is Gould, who went over the line latest than anyone else. No, nor Nat, I will not be coming back to F2. That's not in the scopes at the moment for me. It's too much hassle on a Tuesday night, and I'm currently racing elsewhere on different nights at the moment as well. Not on Tuesdays, but I don't know if you heard earlier on, but I'm running no line, nothing anymore due to other commitments, but I'm still here in CDR as this is my home. So we've got James now, who's on a set of intermediates. It'll be interesting to see if he can eke out a 33. Because if he can, because the guys what 3 seconds off, 3.5 seconds off from what they were doing in the dry. The intermediates now in this weather, they're not good. Can he get in within the same time frame as what the softs were? He will do. He'll have more grip. It's just whether they're going to hold on towards the end of the lap, because they will be overheating like crazy. But we're going to see now. Let's see. Oh, turn 1, just about keeps it. It's not bad though. It looks a bit scruffy, but it's fast. It's as fast as he can go on these set of tyres. Oh, that wall saved him, to be fair. Alright, let's see what this first sector's going to be. We're seeing 27s at the front. It's 28 at 28.9. Got a sliding about going on under braking. The guys that are on the set of softs have gone out on another set. James is the only one on the set of intermediates so far. Coming through the great section that Clay absolutely loves. Right-hander now, can he keep it in third? He does. He takes it really nice actually. Nice quick upshift. Keeps the grip going through the bridge. What's the hairpin like? Oh, he goes in a bit early. Turns in 3 or 4 times. Does get it corrected for the exit. It's a split time. I think he's well off. Who knows though? 6 seconds off from what he was earlier on. So that's going to be 35, I think. But he's got enough. If he's got enough juice in there to get back around, let the tyres cool down, he might be able to improve. Obviously, a first lap, the set of inters is always going to be slower than your second. Oh, he proper commits in the last corner there. It's a 38, well off. Didn't work. See, the other guy's now got out another set of softs. He's on a hot lap. He's Wabby. Anderson was in the pits. There is a car in front, which is hindsight. Let's see if he's improving. I don't think he is. No, he's well off. I think that's it, lads. Guys and girls, for you watching, Q3 is over. And the man at the front is the man that's the voice of Friday nights. Claymore. He's going to be starting pole tonight, ahead of Anderson and Wookie and Riker, who are both going to be on row 2 with the other 2 on row 1. Row 3 is going to be Gold and Kane. Row 4, Wabby and Housey. And row 5 is going to be Hindsight and James. Clay, I take my hat off to you, the one I don't have on, but my virtual reality hat has just been taken off. And I salute you, my friend. Well done for a fantastic lap time. And in bad conditions as well. to also go nearly half a second faster than the car that you was behind and not get distracted. That's pretty good, mate, so well done. And that is the end of Q3. I don't know if everyone's going to retire or not. We've only got a minute and a half left anyway. And James is going for another hot lap here. He feels like he can improve more. Better into turn 1, much better into turn 2. Turn 3 is a lot cleaner. Gets the power down a little bit later, but it's a lot cleaner, so he's already gained a lot of time through them first few corners. Oh, he's invalidated on the on the turning. He's taken too much of that curb. The track limits around here are an absolute joke. Sorry. But you F1 Codies, EA Sports, whoever you are, need to sort these track limits out on these street circuits, because there's one there that we just seen that should never have been a track limit, and the other one is a bit further on, coming out at the end of the third DRS zone, where there's some imaginary white line that is part of the tarmac. Should not be an invalidation. You never know. Maybe F1 35, they might change it. I'm not sure you're supposed to be doing that, James, but that's not for me to say, mate. So that's the end of that Q3. Leading the grid on the first row is Clay, leading from Anderson with just 0.04 of a second. Then we've got Wookie in third, who's just over a tenth in front of Riker, who's in fourth. Then we've got Gold, who's another 0.3 back in fifth, with Kane just behind him, just over half a tenth back in sixth. Wee Rabbi's in seventh. And a couple of tenths back is Housey in 8th. Hindsight is in 9th, just a 10th back. And then we've got James rounding up the grid. Now all the drivers now are getting their setups ready, changing their tyre pressures to what they feel is going to suit them for the race. As we can see so far, there is no rain on track from what I can see. Just go over the grid again for the top two. It was Clay with his only second pole position ever here in CDR. So well done, Clay, who was very closely followed behind, just over 0.04 of a second from Anderson. And Riker in third. Fourth off the top of my head, I can't remember who it was. I'm not even going to attempt to go down from fourth down because I will make myself look like an idiot. The only one I do know where he's starting is James, because he was in a set of intermediates and he's starting 10th. He couldn't get it in with a lap on a set of softs. Anyone who's watching, who's not involved in the race, give your race predictions if you are watching. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a long one. I'm not going to mention the safety cars. I'm not going to mention anything that could have an outside influence on what this race is going to do. But with the nature of this track and the history that we've had around here in all tiers, who knows what can happen. The guys now getting ready to do their formation laps. Here we go. So we've got the grid there. Sorry, it wasn't Riker in third, it was Wookie in third. So we've got Clay, Anderson, Wookie, Riker, Gold, Kane, Wee Rabby, Halsey, Hindsight, James, Chip, with side by side the Ferraris, Bloomstar, Curly, Aileen, also side by side the Aston Martins, Marshall, who was starting P15, which he shouldn't be, but he crashed on an outlap, also 16th, Nerve 17th, Gameful 18th, Luckman 19th, and Wabstappen rounds off the grid from being disqualified for blocking the pit lane in P20. Get the tyres up. So everyone on the grid, apart from 5 drivers, are starting on the medium tyre, which is, in my opinion, the way to go. Obviously, with no safety cars and it being a completely dry race, that's the best way to go. But if you can make the hards to medium work, then fair play. Enough of that soundtrack now. Let's get down to business for the race. Clay is absolutely hammering this outlap. He ain't messing around. He wants the temperature in those tyres, ready for when he comes off the line. But he will have used a good couple of percentage more than the rest of the guys behind him. He didn't turn his battery off neither, but he's recharging it back down to 100% now. Up to 100%, shall I say. Coming through the last corner, ready to line up the grid. He is going to have to wait a hell of a long time because the last car, which is Wabstappen, is not even come on to the last DRS zone yet. So he's going to be waiting there, his claim, quite a while. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. That's a long time to wait there. He's waited nearly 30 seconds to start this race. But it's a brilliant camera angle to get us started. You see how long it's going to take for the hard drivers to get their tyres up to scratch. But we are about to get ready for this race here in Tier 3, Race 5. Let's change the camera angle. Here we go, the lights are going mental, but it's lights out and away we go. We've got Clay who's got a decent getaway, Anderson also going into turn 1. Clay looks like he's got the lead, he has done. Anderson tries to push it in the inside, he's going to get a corner cut for that 100%. We've got people falling down the grid. It's Chip. Got a bit of an incident there with Chip and Wee Rabby, it looks like. Chip comes back on the outside from the Haas driver, tries to get around the outside. Is he going to get the move done? Is he going to give it up? He doesn't. Now we've got Rabby as well, touching the other Wabby, which I didn't want to have to mention in quali in the race. Sorry, the Wabby. We've got our Gold, who's right down the back, who started in the top 10. So we've had 3 of the top 10 drop all the way back down to the back. Getting a bit mental there in the first bit. Oh, now he hits him up the rear. Bit mental. Oh, he's in the wall as well. So is Wee Rabby. Them two have hit each other a good couple of times in the opening lap. He's missing an end plate. This Chip. Wabby's also missing an end plate. I think Chip might be missing a bit more, to be fair. Let's get back up to the front. Clay has held on to that lead from the start. He's got Anderson behind him, with Wookie also closely behind. Riker, Kane, James Brown's had an excellent start, starting from P10 up to P6. Halsey's struggling to turn them hards on, he's quite a way behind James, 1.5 seconds. Give it to lap 6 or 7, them tyres will start coming back in due to pace with the medium tyres. Clay sets a faster lap, obviously, because he's gone over the line first. But now the DRS is where it's going to start. Oh, we've got an overtake going on here. It's going to be Gameful on Nerf. Them two start at the back of the grid and they're in the top. Oh my god! Whoa! What was that? That's a lack of track time before the session. Gainful slides straight into, I think it was possibly Bloomstar, I'm not sure, but he gone right away back down to P15 now. He's probably got damage. Chip was retired after lap 1 in the pits. Gainful got any damage? He took some hell of a thump there in the car in front. He hasn't. Has Bloomstar suffered any damage from that? No, he seems to be alright on the hards there, but he's got nerve pack now. He's just clipped the back of him. Them hards taking a little while to turn on, but oh, Bloomstar's gone very wide. Oh, let's hope he ain't got no side pod damage. Let's get back to the front. So now Clay's still in the lead. Anderson half a second. Now Wookie's now coming back into their zone as well. Riker's going to be pushing like crazy, I would have thought. He's out of battery already. Yeah, he's no battery left. 1.5 behind. Looks like them front three are gone. Oh, we've got close back here. Oh, Bloomstar still holding in front of Nerve. Now Nerve's going to be coming under attack from Osso. What a start from him as well. Let's go to positions gained here. So we've got Nerve Pack up 8, Osso up 6, Marshall up 4, James up 4, Luckman up 6. Biggest losers Wabby and Hindsight both down in gold. 14 who did start P5, and Chip was already out of this race. Do know that also does like to run lower wings. Now Housy's dropped off another 1.5 seconds from the guys in front. James is sticking on with the guys in front as well. Riker's dropped off nearly 3 seconds from the Fliegen group. Them three have just gone now. I expect them three just to be fighting it out for the rest of the race, as long as there's no outside influences that are going to stop the fluidity of this race. Clay now coming through the hairpin. Have a little bit on board, have a look high. He's got an excellent exit there, to be fair. Anderson's, whoa, Anderson's in the wall, but he looks like he's got away with it. He got away with it. Dirty Air killed him there. Lucky to get away with that. So lucky to get away with that. Clay hanging it on there in the last couple of corners. Looks like he's running high anti-roll bars for his car to be moving like that. Now Anderson now opening his DRS, using a bit of battery. Getting very close now to Clay. As Wookie then takes an extremely tight line into turn 1. Sets himself up now for the other line coming out of turn 3. Has Clay got enough to defend this from Anderson? He has. Yeah. Rookie's just sitting back there thinking, nah, I'll wait my time. He's also nearly enough out of battery, so it's not like he's not pushing. Riker has fallen another 6 or 7 tenths off. James now has got past Kane, and now he's really pushing behind of Riker here. James showing extremely strong pace in the first 4 laps of this race. We were on the 4th lap, we completed 3. If James going to get this move done, he's got a lot of battery compared to Riker. A hell of a lot more. DRS zone worth more, to be fair. But Riker gets a decent exit out of the corner. He's defending now with his ERS. James is not pushing at all, but look how much faster he is. I expect this move to be done in this DRS zone. DRS is open, ERS is being used. Now is he going to try and make the move? He's gone from the outside. Riker's gone defensive. No, Riker holds him off. But Riker's now down to 13% battery, while James is sitting there with pretty 60% near enough. Now Halsey and that's catching Kane. Bloomstar's dropped down to 10th on those hards. Halsey's tyres seem to have switched on now. The delta now would have changed. So now been not far off, been even from what the medians are. The thing is with these mediums, you have to treat them nicely to take them the distance you have to, and you need to take them at least 12 laps to make it work if you're doing a one stop. Now James now is at the back of Riker. I think he's a bit too far back. He is. He's not even bothering. Get back up to the front. Cool, Anderson's hitting the wall quite a few times. He's lucky to not have any damage. Now, it was the previous lap. Coming up to the end of the next DRS zone is where he nearly binned it into the wall. Clay now looks like he's pulled a bit of a gap on him through that section. Up to nearly 7 tenths. Takes a wider line into the hairpin. Clay's definitely got a better lap under his belt than this one. Anderson doesn't make the same mistake as he did before. Clay's just chilling at the front at the moment. Got a yellow flag. That is for... Who is that for? Don't know. It's not showing us. Seems to have been cleared now. Oh, we've got a move going on here, I think. Is it Nerve? No, it's not Nerve. James and Riker are still the closest battle we've got apart from the front three so far. How's he looking like he's going to make a move? And he does. Gets past Kane now. Them hard tyres now starting to really turn themselves on. He's going to have to take them to at least 20-21 to make this work. Tay now with a 3-second time penalty. Anderson's closed up a little bit on Clay, but Clay's got the battery to defend. James is still stuck behind Riker. Luckman has retired into the pits. He's had enough. Maybe that's where the yellow flag come from. James still can't get past Riker. Riker seems like he's had a recharge. He's now got a similar battery to James. He's held that off, but we've got Housey and Nerve and Kane also. I think Kane might be missing an M plate, to be honest. Let's see if he's got any damage. No, he hasn't. So Clay's holding on to the lead here. Has James got enough in him to get the move done? No, he's recharging again. What about behind Housey and Nerve? No. So like I say, DRS and slipstream around here is not that strong at all. It's all about your corner exit around here. DRS doesn't really play into anyone's advantage unless you do get an absolute rocket off an exit from this corner here, for example. He hits the wall again, does Anderson, making a bit of a habit of that. You might want to stop it. No battery left. Weaver is Wookie, but Clay is sitting there with 65% battery, while the other two are burning everything just to stay with him. Clay's certainly got the pace. Can he look after his tyres? And is he going to get... He needs to know when to pit at the right time so he doesn't get undercut neither. But at this moment in time, he's very comfortable. He's holding them off. Got more ERS than everyone else. He's back to a full 100% now, while the other two on half a battery. By the time we get to the end of this lap, they're going to have none left. Excellent exit from there from Clay. If these two ain't careful, he's going to be gone soon. Very smart driving from Clay, saving tyres. The other two behind having to push. James is very close to Riker coming out of that chicane. Can James get this done going down the straight? It's going to be very hard in the dirty air from there. He doesn't get it done. No. Oh, what's going on here? Someone's gone slow. Someone's hit the wall. As Kane is in the pits. Oh, careful. Oh. He's hit the wall by the looks of it. Now James is now burning. He's burning. He's going for it. He's used all of his battery. Is he going to get it done? He's gone down the inside. He's going to... Oh, he just... Oh, no. He hasn't got it done. Didn't have the minerals. Now we've got Housey now. Behind these guys. He will soon start catching them. It's about here, about exit. Now, he hasn't got a bad exit, but Clay's got a better exit. Clay's an 83% battery. Just goes to show, of dirty air around here, this is certainly one of the tracks. Here, Spain's another one where dirty air really can affect your race. Wookie's now getting very close to Anderson. But all it's going to take is one little mistake from Anderson behind, and that's it. He's going to be out of DRS. Clay's going to have 3/4 of a battery, if not a full battery, to attack, and he's going for it now. He's noticed that he's got the second now. He's still going to be within DRS down this straight, but if he can nail these first couple of corners, he's going to be out of DRS. All goes on this exit. I think Anderson's just still about in it, but he's got no battery left as Anderson. Neither Wookie's only got another, what, 25%. Anderson's on 13. Marshall's had a decent start, to be fair. Started on the hards from how far back he was. Is he going to go for a move now on the Aston Martin? Running a little bit low on fuel as well. Looks like he's going to get this done. And he does. He's already in front before the corner. He hits the curb though, which is going to let Aileen back. Whammy sets the fastest lap. Marshall then overtakes the curb, and now he's going to be susceptible from a switchback. Oh, he's going around the outside. He's going to get this move back, I think. It's tight. Oh, he just keeps it, this Marshall. Back up to the front. Them boys still burn all their battery to stay with Clay. I think Nistakuri the lap where he breaks it now. It's a good time for it to break it. Gets him out of undercut range as well if he can, but Anderson's got a better entry and exit into that last chicane. Got an overtake Halsey on Nerve Pack. They've caught up to the back of James Brown as well, who's got past. Who's he got past? He's got past Riker. Riker's gone in the pits. He's boxed already, lap 10. Ooh. It's a long way to take them hards if you're going on a one stop from here, mate. A very long way. But undercut as well is going to be huge. So now Halsey's now caught up right to the back of James. Them hards now proper on it. Halsey's going to go for it as well. Halsey's going to have this move done, and he does. Halsey now up to P4. Let's see how much time he can take out the guys in front who are 12 seconds in front. They're on the league of their own tonight, and them three. Wookie now is looking, he's burning a little bit. Clay's just still doing what he needs to do. Staying out of these three at the front. No one's going for an undercut right now. Like I say, he's quite early to pit still. Needs at least another 2 laps, but their tyres, their right front will be screaming, and their right rear as well. I think the 2 behind will be worse off. Gainful's pitted. I think Gainful has retired. Gainful's crashed. Oh. What's happened here? He's gone straight on, is he? It's a VSC. It's a full safety car. A full safety car. So now, whoa. So the likes of Riker, Riker's going to lose out hugely here. He's already pitted. So the guys that were in front of him, like Nerf, James is going to do him. Marshall could also, but I think Marshall's not going to go in yet. Halsey, I expect not to go in yet. but you could also be quite smart here. Go past him, Riker. Go on. Keep going, boy. See now, with the front three being where they are, obviously they can put one tyre on now to the end. Halsey is going to have to pit at some point to put their mediums on. Now it is too early. And he hasn't got a gap behind him enough to like do a double. To get rid of one set, get them off and get another set. Because if he does do that, he's going to be dropping himself right the way back. Osso's put a set of softs on. So his intention was a two-stop from the start. So we'll see the front three are going to be going in now. So Clay should go in and come out first. Careful, no silly, no silly. That's it. All the three, top three are in, no penalties, lovely jubbly. Now Halsey, what are you going to do? Halsey's in as well. So what's he? So he's looking at a two-stop. Halsey's on a two-stop then. Everyone into the pits as expected. So everyone else in the mediums are going to bang on the hards. I expect Halsey to be extremely strong for the first 6-7 laps, but then after that he's going to have to pit around, I reckon, them laps maximum. What we got now, lap 12, safety cars out, they've just caught up with it. We're going to have another lap after that. 14 we're going to get going again to get 17 laps out of them. 18, I'm not sure. It's going to be tough. Obviously the fuel's going to have come down a hell of a lot, but that is going to be extremely tough. But who knows? James seems to look like I've lost out quite a bit from that. Riker did get him. That's mental. How did that happen? Under the safety car as well. They were battling on track, obviously. He did pit early, did Riker, so that undercut might have got about 6 or 7 seconds back from when he did pit on lap 9. So the grid order right now, after the first round of pit stops and the safety car, is Clay still leading, Anderson second, Wookie top 3 exactly the same. Then we go to positions gain. You've got Halsey up 4, Nerf is up from the back of the grid, up from up 12 places. Riker's down 2, James is up 3, Hindsight just the 1, Aileen's up 5, Marshall up 5. Oh, did he pit as well? Let's see. Yeah, he's pitted 2. Kane down 5, Wabby up 8, Wee Wabby down 6, Gold is down 9, obviously from the lap 1, them guys there had a bit of issues. Along with Chip, who retired on the end of lap 1. Also up 1 in 15th, is he still left the softs on? He has done. Bloomstar down at 16th, and Curly wraps up the rest of the grid here in 17th. Now all 3 retirees, sorry, 2 of them are in the pits. One of them is game for who's hit the wall at the end of the last DRS zone into turn 16 and 17. Looks like he went straight on, to be fair, and hit the wall. Which he did that in turn 1 early on in the race. It can happen around here. You lock them wheels up when you're gone, and obviously Gameful doesn't use anything similar to myself, so it can happen. So now this is, we do have 18 laps left, 17 when this safety car goes in. And the first stint, I must admit, Clay was very, very comfortable. Had more battery than the guys behind him. Got no dirty air, which plays a massive part around here. Let's see if he can hold on. I'll say nothing more than that. I want to elaborate, but there's been times when I've been in this position and he said exactly the same thing as me. And the less he says, alright, it's only happened 2 or 3 times in Tier 1, but it worked. Let's go back to the tyres. So stops as well. The back two of 16, 17, Bloom and Curly made two stops already. Tyres are, everyone is now on a set of hards. Well, say everyone, that's bullshit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the mediums and 1 on a set of softs, which is 6 on different tyres, and the rest of the grid, the 11 rest of the cars are also on a set of hards now, which will be going to the end. The only one that might struggle is Riker, but now Clay's about to start us going back again, and he's caught a few of them sleeping, to be fair. Not a bad restart, to be fair. Any moves going to be going on? No one's been caught out. It's a hard one to get a move done, to be fair, early on. Okay, so that's not too bad. So then Clay now leads us now after that safety car restart. Anderson's really close behind though. Is Anderson going to go for it? He's got the battery going. No, he isn't. Housy's going to be one to watch here because he's on the medium tyre. And they will be at least 7 tenths a lap faster for a good 3 to 4 laps. Is he going to encroach on this front group party or not? We will see. Anderson now. Oh, he's gone for a move. Oh, that's a. Oh my lord. Whoa. Oh. He got away with that. Both of them did, to be fair. He'd gone for it. He didn't make it stick. He got away with it. No one's ended up in a wall. And everyone's still where they are. But that was risky. I get it. You want to try in a different spot than the DRS zone. You've been frustrated sitting behind him for the first 11, 12 laps, but thank Christ they got away with that. DRS is now back on. So on this early couple of laps from this safety car restart, Anderson is looking very, very punchy. He wants to get that move done. He wants to get past Clay, but let's see now what's going to happen. Let's get on board. Seems to be the faster man at this moment in time. ERS is activated. DRS is activated. Is he going to go for it? He does. He goes on the outside, but Clay's got the inside, and Clay defends. Clay's got that sorted. Has he? No, he hasn't. Anderson's around the outside. Oh, Clay, is he going to give it up? He's not. What a battle this is. Clay's now in front, but Anderson gets the better exit. Fair play. Rookie just sitting there behind. Championship leader. They're not dropping Housey. Housey's tyres. He's not used any battery either, so he's waiting. He's playing a waiting game here. If he's going to the end, he's going to have to look after them tyres. Clay's coming back at Anderson. Is he going to go for it? No. He's now sticking to the back of Anderson. These two, I'll tell you what a battle these two are having. No one's close enough to make a move down the straight, from what I can see. No. So Anderson now through turn 1, and turn 2 and turn 3, coming up to turn 4. Gets a decent exit. Now Wookie's now very close to the back behind Clay. Cool, Clay's got some rocket of a car. He's caught right up with Anderson there. It's close. Curly's just got past Osso in the DRS zone. Them softs now screaming for Osso. We've got a yellow flag somewhere. It says sector 3, but we're not even in sector 3, so I don't know what the game's on about, to be honest. Maybe that's a glitch. I think it is. Clay looking very, very close to the back of Anderson there. Anderson's got no battery left. Clay's got 40%. Wookie's got 30. Housey is sitting there nice and pretty on 62. Nerve also sitting there nice and pretty. James now. He's fallen a little bit off of Nerve, but he's got past Riker. Riker's lost a couple of positions on that lap. I didn't see it, but maybe that was... hindsight's got him as well, along with James. Oh, another one's going about going up the inside. It's Aileen, is it? Has he got the move done? Riker goes out wide. He doesn't now. The Mercedes is now going to try and attack Aileen, but he doesn't get it done, which is Marshall. We've got the Haas following quite closely behind him, Verstappen. That seems to have settled down now. Nerve pack now right on the back of Housey. Housey's fallen right off the back of the group in front. Though he's had a mistake somewhere or what. That front three are starting to break away again. You'd expect Housey to be... he's still got DRS. That detection zone must be back from the bridge. There's no way he was in it for the next one. Similar one to Mexico by the looks of it. So the top three starting a lap of 18. Wookie's got a 3-second time penalty. That takes the pressure off the guys in front of him. DRS is open now for Clay. He's got quite a lot of battery storage going on there. We did see him in the last lap nearly get the move done. He was fast enough, but he's just not close enough this time. It's all about the exit here. That's what your setup's got to be built for. And this is obviously where these two collided earlier on in the race in this section. Clay seems to be holding on the back, no problems here. Anderson struggling a little bit through this section. Excellent camera from the helicopter we've got. Excuse me. So now Clay with the DRS open. I think it's a matter of time. Here we go. What's he got now? Well, Anderson's got a lot of battery left, to be fair. He's been doing the saving quite a bit. Thinks better of it, does Clay. Housey's now back within DRS, so these guys in front. So at the moment it's a 5-car battle. Now with Wookie being a championship leader, all he's got to think about now is no more corner cuts. No more corner cuts. Don't get another 2 warnings early on, because then you are susceptible for a 6-second. But now he's looking punchy now. He's looking like he wants to get past Clay. But Clay now is on the attack also on Anderson. Will he go for it this time? No, still a little bit too far back. Riding on board now. We'll have a look from behind as well, see how far. Oh, Wookie getting on the curb, nearly hits the wall. Anderson's doing a fantastic job, similar to what Clay was doing in the first stint. Clay goes a little bit wide out of that hairpin. Now he's going to be susceptible to Wookie behind him. Clay looks like to have more straight line speed than the rest of these guys here. Not bad through there either, to be fair. Housy's dropped out of DRS again. He's still in it, but he's not really. Nerve now within tyres of Housy's will start to go off. The hards now will start getting into their own. Housy's going to struggle. They're not going to go another 12, 13 laps either. Oh, Clay! Oh, I thought he was going for a move from the onboard from the guy behind. Wookie going very close to the back of Clay as well, going for that corner. Osso's got a 3-second time penalty. You take that to the bank. You knew that was going to happen at some point. But these three at the front. Let's go back a little bit. How's he still holding off Nerve? Nerve will be sitting there chilling on his hard tyres. How's he going to be struggling on their mediums now? But in this sector, he seems to pull himself back into contention of DRS. I think he might have just missed it this time though. Let's see. And Rear's now proper struggling. He's squirreling all over the place. I expect Nerve to get this done. He doesn't. I don't expect Housey to fight it, and he doesn't. James now is going to be the next passenger to overtake Housey when he catches him. We're about to start lap 21 or 31. Anderson's your race leader. Started P2, he's now P1. Clay, who started P1, is now P2. Wookie started P3, he's still in P3. Nerve has been started, is now in P4, started from the back. Obviously he was reserved, so he won't really be counting, as he will be retiring towards the end of the race. Housey P5 on the set of mediums, will have to pit again. James is catching him as well on P6. Hindsight's going to have to pit again also, along with Aileen and Marshall. Clay's getting ever closer now. Looks like he's pushing him around certain corners when he's coming to the end of DRS. Been a fantastic battle at the front so far. Wookie getting a bit sideways coming out of that exit. Anderson gets a decent exit out of that corner, puts the pressure on Clay now to have to deploy his battery to keep up with him. Nerve is in closing in on these three guys in the front. Housey's fallen off now. James now nearly within his DRS zone. He will be in the next DRS zone, I would have thought. Clay still isn't close enough to get that move done. Still a long time left in this race. No need to rush. But Anderson's doing an absolutely fantastic job so far. Just hope none of them's got any damage from the contact previously. Let me see the top 6 in the home straight. Is James going to be able to get into DRS of Housey? Doesn't look like it. Housey's dropped off another 9/10 of Nerve. Nerve is in 4th, but now he's in the DRS train with the guys in front. Is Clay going to go for it? No. Using more and more battery. God, this is close. Wabby sets a fast lap with 1:33.2. Oh, he's in. It's not too bad. It's alright. It's alright. Is Anderson struggling now, or is Clay pushing? Both got a similar amount of battery. I think it's the pushing and struggling. Nearly hitting the wall there. chicane with a 3-second time penalty. Just hasn't got it, is he? At this moment in time, he needs a recharge. And the guy behind needs a recharge. So does Nerve. All front four need a recharge here. Housy's really struggling on his tyres now. James closed in on him, taking him 2 laps to get rid of his DRS. He knows he's going to have to pit again. Do it now while you can. Bang on another set of mediums. If you've got some. You won't have, to be fair. Of course you will, start with a set of hards. If he can make him go to the end, then fair play, but I can't see it. James still too far back. But that Ferrari's getting ever closer. Got a massive buffer behind him with nearly 4 seconds. Got Wab's just past the Aston Martin in the DRS zone. Wab having another fantastic race as he usually does from the back of the grid. So we're starting lap 24 here, off 31. Front four still the same, locked in the train. Someone's gone for the box. Who is it? Yeah, it's Housey. Good decision. Maybe should have made it a lap earlier. What's he putting on now? Another fresh set of mediums. So he'll have some extraordinary pace when he comes back out into the traffic. But the problem is he's going to come back out behind Rabbi by the looks of it. He does, quite a way behind as well, but I expect him to catch him. Don't want a silly penalty going over the line. Oi! Nearly. Got a move there from Gold on the Aston Martin. Just about keeps it in play, gets that move done nicely. Aston Martin's going to have to pit as well soon, along with Captain. Hindsight. Tell you what. Can James, I'm not sure he can make an inroad on the guys in front. They're in a bit of a league of their own at the moment. So the guys at the front have done a bit of a recharge. Anderson's still leading these guys around, as he has done from, I think it was lap 15, 16. Clay now pushing him through the last couple of corners there. Anderson's got his battery on. Is Clay going to make the move? Is Clay going to go for it? No. He could do now though, he's a lot closer. It's just dropped off a little bit. He needs to be within 2-3 attempts to get this move done. Wookie's still sitting there in third. He's got a big enough buffer to James Brown not to worry about losing any more positions. So it looks like P3 for Wookie. The closest battle we have on track is this one, and we've got Wab, who's 4 attempts behind Riker, who's now back in the DRS zone of Captain. Bit of a stalemate at this moment in time. The excitement's gone a little bit. Them front four staying as they are. Anderson doing a fantastic job, but as we've seen, It's so hard to overtake here. Whoa, whoa! What was all that about? Wow. My goodness me, talk about brake failure, I don't know what that was. But if that's intentional, you need to stop that, lad. There's missing your braking point, and then there's missing your braking point. So now Clay with DRS on. ERS also active. He's going to be a little bit too far back again, is he? He is. But, oh, boy, the door is firmly shut there. He's not messing around now, though. He's had enough sitting there. Anderson's car is as wide as Shakira's rear end right now. No one's getting past it. Wookie now very, very close to the back of Clay. Clay gets a really good exit out of that corner. James has fallen another second off these guys in the last lap and a half. The way it sits now, though, he's going to be sitting out of a nice P4 from starting P10. Here we are. We're down the last 5 laps of this race. We're about to start at lap 27 of 31. Anderson's leading from Clay, from Wookie, who's got a 3-second time penalty. Nerva's in 4th, James is in 5th. Hindsight has taken their mediums even longer. He hasn't dropped any more times to James in front, but they must be absolutely screaming. Done a fantastic job on their mediums is Hindsight. Wab now up to P7 from starting at the back of the grid. Seen him do it time and time and time again, to be fair. Back up to the front, we can't miss any of this action here. Looks like Anderson's now nearly pulled a second out, he has done. Obviously this is a double DRS detection zone, so he's going to get DRS in the next bit as well. Anderson is pushing. No ERS left really. Clay's now dropping a little bit from the back off Anderson. Anderson's going for the break here. Clay gets a better line into turn 1, gets a better exit. Now close that gap right away back down now to 7 tenths. He did try it, Anderson, but it hasn't worked on this lap. Is Hindsight going to be able to hold Wab behind him? I'm not so sure, you know. I think Wab might have this done. He's got a full battery. Yeah, he's going to get this done. And that is the move done on Captain Hindsight. So that puts Wab into a provisional P5. I'm starting, I think it was P20. He was P20. He's up now. Will be 15 places from the start. Curly sets a fast lap and on a set of softs. Both Fastons there at the back though, 16th and 17th. And guys at the front 4, front 5, front 6, more 16 lap old hards now. When we go over the line next, we've got 3. Oh, Wookie's had a bit of a something's happened to Wookie. He's dropped right off of Clay in P2. And that can now means Clay hasn't got to look behind him. Just look in front. Naturally going to pull away with the DRS. can hold their nerve. Right now, these two at the front have been fantastic. Clay was the driver of stint 1, Anderson's currently the driver of stint 2. But there are still nothing separating these guys with 3 laps left. We're currently on that 3rd lap to the end now. Wookie's dropped off the back of these guys, so that's him out of it. Even though I know he has a 3 second as well, but that's him gone. Another time penalty for Rabi. Shame for him as he started quite high up the grid. Now back in P11. Was caught up on that lap 1 kerfuffle and Clay's hit the wall. I don't think he's got any damage though. Sorry from that curb, lad. So Anderson now has eked it out to a second again, but we have the same detection zone for these 2 DRSs that's just before the bridge. We'll have 2 laps left after when Anderson goes over the line. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2 that looks like it's a Mercedes, which would have been Kane. Yellow flag is clear. Lap 30 or 31. Anderson still leads this Grand Prix. Clay's in 2nd. Wookie's in 3rd with a 3 second time penalty. Nerve, I think, is going to pull into the pits at the end of this lap or the next one. I think it'll be this one to retire the car. So that puts James up to P4 with Wabby in P5. Hindsight is still dragging out them mediums. Wow, what a job. The only one to do it. He's still got a decent gap behind him as well to Riker. Riker's not making any impression on that so far. Has Anderson got it in him to take this? A lap and a half left here at Singapore. Round 5, the Tier 3 Championship. Championship leader is going to be finishing 3rd at best. And at worst, to be fair, no one's going to catch him. Doesn't want another one though, because that could put him under a bit of pressure. Oh, I'll tell you what, this ain't over yet. This is not over yet. Clay's having a bit of a recharge. So has Anderson. They've both got a similar amount of battery left. Got a Ferrari. Wabby's caught up to the back of James now. Bloody, he's got that done that quick. James had a bit of a mistake somewhere. Wabby's going to get James here. Oh, is he going to do it? He is. He's got the move done, is he? Oh, James goes late, but just makes the corner, I expect. Oh, he's scriggled all over the place. Oh, nearly. Get onto this. Nervous also, yeah, so that confirms what I was thinking. So that puts up Wabby now up to P5. He's a 10th from behind James. He's going to get the move done. No, let's get back up to Clay's. He's got one of his last opportunities to get this done. He's a bit too far back. Is he going to get it done now? He's looking for it. He's looking for it. James is defending with all of his might, but he can't get it done. Clay's now dropped out of DRS. I think that is it at the front. He's not going to have DRS. Here we come to the last few corners now of this Singapore Grand Prix. We got Anderson, providing no more mistakes are made. He's going to win this race ahead of Clay. Been battling the whole race, but it looks like Anderson's going to take it. Goes around the final corner, takes it very cautiously. Well done, and he takes the race victory of Clay in P2. Wookie comes over the line in P3. Wapstappen did get James. He's now going to come over the line in P4 from P20. What an absolute fantastic drive that's going to be from Wapstappen. And James as well, to be fair. He started P10. James over in P5. Hindsight tracks out their mediums and holds off Riker to finish P6. 21 laps on a set of mediums. What a job. Golds the P8. Halsey P9 after that 2-stop. Marshall 10th after a 2-stop. Puts him P10. Wee Rabbi P11. Kane 12. But he's got time penalties, so that's going to put up Bloomstar ahead of him. And we've got Osso followed closely behind from Curly, who's going to end up taking 14th. Curly taking the final points position here in 15th. Oh no, oh yeah, Osso had a time penalty, he gets 2 points. And the last Aston Martin driver to take the line rounds up the grid into P16. Wow, what a battle that was. What a battle. He's brought his phone onto the podium to take some selfies and share it with everyone on Instagram or whatever he's got. Well, that confirms it. Anderson takes your race win here tonight with Clay P2 and Wookie rounding off the top 3 on the podium, finishing P3 for the Haas team. I'm sure everyone now is going to be happy to have this Grand Prix out of the way. It's one of them tough tracks, requires 100% concentration at all times. And as we've seen from 3 or 4 drivers crashing and having to retire the car for whatever reasons, we don't know yet. But there we go. Obviously, Wabstappen, the game is giving it to him for finishing P4 from starting P20. That is a ridiculous drive. His pace as well, going off the front lads, wasn't too bad. But yeah, Anderson takes the win. Clay P2, Wookie rounding off the podium in P3. We're going to invite the guys over now for a chat. Let's just check who's here. Did hear one coming. I haven't heard anyone else though. It's Wookie.
That's just Wookie, mate. Hello.
How you doing? You alright, mate?
All good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Thank you. Just wait for the other 2 to get here, if they're going to join.
Yeah, no drama.
That look tough out there, mate.
God, I'm sweating.
I'll bet.
The tyres were on about 80% towards the end. Started to lose it a bit. But cracking race nonetheless.
Are they coming over or what?
Do they know?
Yeah,
oh,
there's
there we
Clay.
Go.
How are we doing?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. You can let out all your frustrations in about 2 or 3 minutes time, lad.
Oh, yeah. I'm not aggressive enough. Do you know what I mean? To hold positions like that. That's my problem. I think I'm too soft.
Well, hold fire for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think Anderson's going to be joining. So we'll start off with Wookie. P3 for you. You started P3. You had a time penalty around, I think it was lap 15 or 16. I can't remember exactly what lap it was. But
Yeah,
it kind of it dulled down your race a little bit. But from the first stint and the second stint, whoever was in first had the advantage. I thought anyway. Going by ERS usage and obviously dirty air. But from yourself, just how did you think that went, and what the crucial points were from yourself, really?
yeah. The first stint of the race was just pretty much neck and neck with Clay and Anderson. I just focused on staying within DRS. Um, Tough race, tough track to overtake on. So my main focus was just staying in DRS, hoping that one of them two would mess up. I did see Clay and Anderson clash at one point,
Mhm.
um, thinking that might be my moment, but their pace was just different level tonight. And then, yeah, like you said, that 3 seconds kind of just threw me off a little bit. Um, but again, once I got that, I just wanted to stay in DRS, try and hold on to P3. Noticed Halsey was closing in on the mediums, but whatever happened to him, he dropped back. So once I had that gap, I think went up to like 9 seconds. I just
Mm.
focused on finishing, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, he put the mediums on, didn't he? 'Cause he come in the same time as everyone else.
Yeah,
Uh, and hindsight went in a lap earlier to change to the mediums. I don't know why, but he's the only one who went to the end. He done 22 laps on a set of mediums.
yeah. Hats off to
That's
Halsey. I,
fucking insane.
I
Yeah.
don't know how he does it,
No, it
but
wasn't Halsey. It was hindsight.
oh, sorry, hindsight. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was on comms with him as well. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah. He ended up doing that, so fair play to him. But that's
Wow.
you. Obviously, you're the championship leader. Um, Not a bad result from you tonight. So
Yeah, just happy to get P3. Obviously, good points for Huz. I see Wub got up to P4 from
from
P20.
laughs, yeah.
Cracking race for him. Um, but yeah, hats off to Clay and Anderson. Their pace was different level tonight.
Mhm. Well, fair play, mate, and well done for tonight.
No,
We're now
appreciate
on
that.
to you, Clay. Now I'll let you talk, and you say whatever you need to say, and I'll say what I need to say.
My edits. Oh, honestly, mate, I've done. I, I sat here yesterday and thought, you know what, I'm going to get on and do some practice. I looked at the gap in the championships when the standings came out, 30 points behind Lucky, and I thought, that's a lot better than I thought it were going to be after last week's disaster. So I thought, right, I'll put some practice in. I turned the PlayStation on, and I ended up on Football Manager for 6 hours. So I did no practice. I've been round my dad's today, went out for a meal, got back and went, right, I need to do something. So I did two TT laps. I set a 31, I think it was a 31.5 and a 30.4. And then I jumped into the lobby. And yeah, I can't believe my pace, like in quali, was happy with that. The race started. I saw us three, me, Anderson, Wookie, just pulling away from everyone else. I think the gap got up to about 10 seconds,
Yeah, it was a lot.
and I was just trying to burn on the straights to stop anyone having a chance of overtaking. And then obviously safety car came out pretty much a lap or two before I was due to pit anyway, so
Mm.
it was there or thereabouts what I was planning. Saw Hosey on the mediums and wondered if he'd get involved with Anderson and Wookie. I was hoping he'd get involved with them because I didn't think he'd make it to the end on them mediums.
Mm.
So I weren't too mithered. I just hoped he'd slowed the two guys up behind me, and he didn't. And then yeah, on the restart, Anderson was aggressive, and I carried on doing exactly what I was doing before the safety car. Anderson saw a gap, went for it, bit of contact, we hit the wall, whatever. But I just, yeah, after that, I couldn't get him back. I was trying to work out where he was turning his battery on and off to see if I could have a run it last couple of laps, but he covered it well. He did everything he needed to do. So
Yeah,
great drive from him.
I think the first stint you were so comfortable in the first stint. I think
I think
if
that's my problem.
if you would have pressed a bit more in when you was out in front, you could have quite easily had a 2 second gap.
It
Easily.
got to about 9.5 tenths, and I
Yeah.
thought, oh, do I push it? And
But
I stopped burning. I stopped burning
I
when it
know
got to
because the
nine
guys
tenths.
behind you, Wookie and Anderson, they were on minimal battery towards the end of the lap, whereas yourself was on 80.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
there was a time when you was hitting 100, and I think Wookie was on 30 something, and Anderson was very similar. And I said on
Yeah,
stream, I was like, he can pull away now. If he wants to, he can do. But I know it's a difficult track, and I know it requires a lot of, especially around here, it requires a shitload of practice. If you know what you when to press and not. But after that second, after the safety car restart, and that coming together, that happened in that slow section there.
yeah, I lost my head a little bit.
Yeah, I can understand, but the main thing is you both kept it on track, and I think you came out of that in P1 anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me back after that.
Yeah. But then after that, it was literally, it was, I don't know. I think there was a couple of times into the second
Yeah,
DRS
and
zone.
there was end of the first DRS. He
Yeah,
kept turning his DRS off on the
yeah,
corner,
yeah.
and I turned mine off not long after. But if I kept it on, I probably could have made a move. But
Mm. But hats
I
off
didn't
to
want to
him.
risk it. I didn't want to risk it. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
of course. Do you
The
remember? You
last
remember
time we
last
raced
year?
here in the league,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, obviously I was in third, and then I
Yeah,
went for second on the last lap and got put into a wall. So I didn't want to risk anything.
no.
Especially knowing once Wookie got the 3 second penalty, obviously he's championship leader. I knew he was going to stay behind me.
Mhm.
I've gained a couple of points on him. I know it's not much, but it's a bigger gap to Gold as well in P2. I've made some more points up on him, so I started thinking about the championship and points towards the end.
Of course, and that's what it's about. We're still very early on yet, and to be fair, there is 4 drivers that are in the top 10, and lap one went all the way back down to the back. 4 of them. I think
Right, right.
Wee Wabby was one. Uh,
Shit.
Chip obviously started 11th, but he went right back down to the back. There was Gold, and then
Yeah,
there was Kane as well.
Chip had side pod damage.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was on comms with him and Captain Hindsight, and he had side pod damage pretty much by the end of that one. I think
Gainful,
that might be the reason for his
possibly,
P and
yeah.
Q.
Gainful done one into turn one, and I think it was Bloomstar. And I don't know how Bloomstar got out of it without no damage. But apart from that, it looked pretty clean, to be fair. Obviously, you've got to go for overtakes.
Yeah.
And the way that happened, first off, you got back in front, but then the way the second one went, I'll take my hats off to both of you because that was some fucking good driving.
Yeah, obviously the first one he's caught me off guard. I weren't expecting it to be burning where he did, and I'll be honest, I think it's a stupid place to try and
Mhm.
overtake, which is why I lost my head a little bit. But after that, yeah, I obviously I couldn't make it easy for him. I've got to try and hang
Mm.
it round the outside. I saw as we was coming into the corner, I saw the gap close, like his trajectory. He
Mm.
was. I'd have no room if I stuck there, so I backed out a little bit more. But it is what it is. There's no contact there. That clean overtake. He
Mm.
got the job done. He controlled it from there. So great job, Anderson.
Yeah, like I say, a great win from Anderson. Just a quick shout out to Webstappen to coming from all the way from the back of the grid to finish in fourth. He got James in the last lap, so fair play. Good drive from James as well. From starting P10, and everyone else, apart from the ones who pitted and quitted, and I think there was one gameful we put it in the wall. That was the only DNF we did have, the proper. We had an Aston Martin. I don't know what he was doing, but he fucking flew like a Concorde into the wall, but he finished the race in the end. Um, but apart from that, it was hard to commentate on in times because
Yeah, not a
you
lot
know
going
what's going to
on.
happen. You know what's going to happen in them DRS zones, and you're all running a very similar setup because you need a lot of aero, and ride height's the only one that can change it really around here. But for the pair of you that are here and Anderson, Well done to yous.
Cheers, bud.
That is the end of this race tonight. And the stream. We'll be back again on Friday for Tier 1 and Tier 2 at 8:30 via the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay safe and we'll see you next week. So